Hi everyone, this is Lisa Baudouin. Welcome to Lisa's chat room. So before I begin, I have to disclose to you that I'm not an expert in anything, and anything I share with you, you do at your own risk and peril. However, this is pretty minimal. And everything I say are my opinions based on my study, which is pretty much backed up. But again, it's my opinions. Really, you should go and research these things. But please also make sure you like, subscribe, and share my videos because I'm bringing awareness. So this is a mollycoddle table from 2019 that I threw together. I've been working on my house for 3 years now. What I do is I just put what I call placeholders. It's like, okay, I'll make this and then eventually, hopefully I'll get around and do something better. What they are is a piece of plywood, very thin plywood, thick enough to hold a lamp, then with these 2x2s. That's it. They're drilled in and then I painted it black. The problem is, first of all, it's butted up against my wall where my curtains are. So I had to make it where there was some room for the curtains. If you have a table that butts up against the wall, add some 2x2s or even a 2x3 if you want. Whatever you need to make a little bit of clearance for your curtain. The problem with that is that that clearance on this table goes all the way back. If you've followed my videos, you know all about my formaldehyde allergy issues. The problem is that when someone comes in my home, formaldehyde gets all over my house and then I have horrible reactions. So how do I get it out of my house? Well, I limit the exposure, and then if the exposure comes in, I limit the cleaning time to get rid of it. What I do is I go through certain areas of my house and say, how can I reduce the exposure while minimizing cleaning? So this is what I call an eco hack. And an eco hack is really inexpensive. So you can go out and you can buy the placemats of your choice. You have to buy quite a few to cover a table. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 placemats, that's $5. So you could do that first. That's the least expensive eco hack. And what I've done is I've just butted them completely against the wall. I'll make sure it's correct. And then what I'll do is when I'm cleaning, I use a duster, and I'll do a video on that too, because I have a very special duster that I use and a process that I use. But then that dust is not getting down into the ground. Thing is, this is a great hack as well, is the ceramic tile. Now you don't need the ceramic tile. What you can do is you can just lay out your placemat pieces how you need, and you tape them underneath, and they'll pretty much stay. This piece was on sale, and I've got many of them, and I'll show them to you in other videos, but I think this was on sale for $3.50. So for about $10, I've created this great hack that looks pretty good. And I don't really particularly like this style, but that's okay. For now, that's what I'm going to use. I could, if I could actually take and paint it, but I'm not going to. So now the next thing I want to talk about is underneath the table. When someone sits down on my couch, or if I do, and I have formaldehyde or chemicals on me, again, it's like a powder. It's like a insulation. And that's how it feels to me, like an insulation with fiberglass. It's horrific for me. So, but when they sit down, just think of fiberglass or insulation and how dusty it is. And it gets everywhere. So guess where it goes? It goes all over. It goes underneath my tables. It gets behind my curtains. It's everywhere. It's on the ceiling. And again, I'm going to show you ways to clean your ceiling and whatnot in videos to come. So please make sure you subscribe and share this information. But right now, I got to concentrate on what am I going to do here. So this is how I do these things. I kind of compartmentalize these issues until I can get them resolved. So the first hack you could do is, if you don't have time, you could actually buy a very pretty shower curtain and use tension rods and just put tension rod there and a tension rod there and have a shower curtain. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have a shower curtain, but I'm going to put fabric over it so that it doesn't look so sterile, okay, because I don't want my house to look sterile. But I'm going to have the tension rod, especially on this one. It's a really quick and easy fix, because what I can do then too is I can open it up at times when I need to, and I can put stuff underneath here. I sometimes have like a yoga mat under here. I can put weights under here, whatever. Kids' toys could go under there. And again, those kids' toys get cleaned, and I show you a certain way that I clean children's toys and my hair care too, because this stuff is in rubber band things with cloth. It's in everything. So there's certain things I do, but this is a great place for storage. So you can have a couple things, some baskets in here, whatever you want. Now, I've reduced most of my exposure to formaldehyde by removing baskets, by removing fake plants or plants. Having 1 or 2 specific plants is fine. But remember, you're going to have to clean them because formaldehyde and chemicals land on the plants. And I'm going to do some investigative work and find out what happens when formaldehyde lands on a plant. I want to do some actual studying on that. And I do encourage you and suggest that you do the same. Take your time and look at this stuff. Don't just take my word for it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use plastic, but then I'm going to put a cloth over it. And I'm just going to stitch it together at the top and make it like a curtain. And then I'm going to have it where I can pull it back and forth. I'm reading that most of this stuff, is, especially in the imported clothing, is a resin type material. I'm going to do more investigative work on that though. The next one is what happens with the laundry detergent preservatives, or they introduced what type, looking at their molecular structure and actually maybe even talking to a couple experts and finding out how this is put into your product. Even more important, how is it expelled out of your product? Because I hear, the term formaldehyde releasers constantly. So what is that? I will make a video on that as well. But this is it for this video. I hope you like, subscribe, and share. Please give your comments below. Let me know what you think. Even if you have more ideas, that would be really great. So with that, please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again next time in Lisa's chat room.